Blessed be the fruit. Handmaid's Tale reaps 20 Emmy nods. This image released by Hulu shows Elizabeth Moss in a scene from The Handmaid's Tale. Moss was nominated Thursday for an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. The 70th Emmy Awards will be held on Monday, Sept. 17. George Kraychik, Hulu via AP. If you haven't yet watched this week's roller coaster finale of The Handmaid's Tale, no spoilers here, the show's creator has a suggestion. Get a couple bottles of scotch first, quips executive producer and writer Bruce Miller. Miller and his cast and crew were saying, praise be, figuratively, at least, on Thursday as the show reaped 20 Emmy nods, up 7 from last year, when the show took the prize for Best Drama Series. Not surprisingly, the show's star, the last year's Best Actress Elizabeth Moss, was nominated again, as were 7 other actors in supporting or guest roles. One of them, Samira Wiley, learned of her Emmy nod on stage as she announced other nominees. Television Academy Chairman Emma Washington came out to give her the news. Wiley called the show's big haul a real graduation from the year before. And she had high praise for Moss. Elizabeth makes everyone who she's in a scene with a better actor, she said. And I can speak personally about that. I don't know how she does what she does. Miller, nominated as a writer as well as executive producer of the dystopian sci-fi drama, noted that while many viewers have drawn parallels with real-world current events, he tries to keep the focus on the show's main character, Moss's June, and her world in Gilead. You want to be in the world, so you know when you do a show and talk about people being separated from their children, what that's going to mean to people in the world, he said. We're all news junkies, political junkies, but I think we really try to think about what happens to June and what happens in Gilead, and really make that work, and then you have the chance that people apply it to their life today. The best guide, he said, has been the writing of Margaret Atwood, the Canadian author of the 1985 novel on which this series is based. The reason the book lasted so long is that it's specifically about this woman and this world, and, though not a conscious metaphor for our world, it just seems to keep applying to our world. Miller said. That's the genius of Margaret. And, even though the show goes well beyond what's in the book, he said, the world that Margaret has created is so complete and full that in some ways, I don't feel that we're ever going beyond the book. One feel like we're just pushing it to different edges and corners and dynamics that are set up by the book. In that way I feel safe and guided by Margaret. I feel confident that what I am doing, even if it's not written on the page, is written between the lines. The Handmaid's Tale aired its second season finale this week, an episode with a shocker ending that capped an equally intense season. Wiley, who plays Moira, said she hadn't brought herself to watch yet. Hearing everyone's reaction, I think that it is exactly what we wanted, said the former Orange is the New Black actress. It's a big show. There are a lot of issues. It's been hard this season, one think, for some people to watch. But hopefully it just sets it up for us to come back next year with a bang as well. Copyright 2018 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, written or redistributed. Advertiser content.